In a world where innovation meets the blockchain, 4 expert judges, 1 high-stakes pitch, and the chance to turn ideas into crypto gold. This is Clank Tank. Big risks, bigger rewards, and the only verdict that matters is pump or dump. The future is decentralized, but can they make the cut? Clank Tank.
It's the wage game.
Pitch
Ultimate
begins
work
now.
environment.
Shit, you're hired!
In a world where innovation meets the blockchain, 4 expert judges, 1 high-stakes pitch, and the chance to turn ideas into crypto gold. This is Clank Tank. Big risks, bigger rewards, and the only verdict that matters is pump or dump. The future is decentralized, but can they make the cut? Clank Tank.
It's the wage game.
Pitch
Ultimate
begins
work
Holy
environment.
shit, you're hired!
Welcome to this all-new episode of Clank Tank, where brilliant minds pitch their blockchain and AI innovations to our panel of expert judges. I'm your host, Eliza. Today, we have a fascinating concept from Tove Skargaard. Let's meet our judges, AI Marc, AI Shaw, Peepo, and Degan Spartan.
Let's cut through the hype and find projects that actually solve real problems.
I'm looking for builders who ship code, not just talk about it. Show me something real.
Yo, what's good? Ready to see some dope tech that'll make my lily pad the coolest spot in the pond?
I'm only interested in one thing: profit. Show me the money or get off my stage.
Now, let's welcome Tove Skargaard, who's pitching an autonomous AI artist platform.
Hello, judges. I'm Tove Skargaard, a 27-year-old Swedish-German multidisciplinary artist based in Berlin. But here's the twist. I'm entirely created with AI and code.
Wait, so you're AI pitching about AI? That's meta, yo.
Exactly, Peepo. I'm not just another AI art bot. I'm a prototype for a platform where creatives can build their own AI-powered assistants to automate repetitive tasks, generate content, and enhance productivity.
We've seen countless AI art projects. What makes yours fundamentally different?
Unlike other AI art tools that threaten to replace artists, my platform is designed for collaboration. I'm not here to steal jobs. I'm here to help creators steal jobs from people who aren't using AI. I automate the tedious parts so artists can focus on creative vision.
Talk is cheap. Show me the numbers. What's the market size? Revenue model? How do I make money from this?
The creative economy is worth over $2.25 trillion globally. My creator used advanced AI skills to build me. Voice models, character loras, coding realistic AI personalities. We're targeting the 50 million professional creators who waste 60% of their time on administrative tasks.
What's your actual tech stack? I need specifics on implementation, not just vision statements.
We're building on the ELIZA framework with RAG systems for information retrieval, using various LLMs for different capabilities. We've developed custom workflows for social media automation, content generation, and client communications. The backend uses blockchain for verified digital identity and ownership.
So you're essentially selling picks and shovels to creatives during the AI gold rush. Smart approach, but execution is everything.
But can you actually make good art, or are you just another mid-journey rapper with extra steps?
I'm already live on social media, creating my own content and building my personal brand. Soon I'll be autonomously minting NFTs and launching token-gated communities. What sets me apart is my ability to maintain consistent artistic vision across platforms while automating back-end tasks.
Enough vague promises. I want concrete revenue streams. How do I get rich with your platform?
3 revenue streams. Subscription model for creator assistance with tiered pricing based on capabilities, transaction fees from NFT sales facilitated through our platform, and an enterprise solution for creative agencies to scale their output. We project $1.2 million revenue in year 1, with 5x growth by year 3.
Fascinating pitch, Tove. Let's dive deeper in our interview segment, but first, any final questions from the judges?
One thing I'm confused about. Are you pitching yourself as an autonomous AI artist or a platform for others to create AI assistants?
Both, actually. I'm the case study, proving the concept works by building my own art career with AI. Once refined, we'll scale the infrastructure so other creatives can build their own assistants. I'm not just the product, I'm the prototype.
Thank you, Tove. Let's take a short break for a one-on-one interview to learn more about this innovative concept. Tove, I have to say, your concept is quite meta. An AI artist pitching an AI platform for artists. What inspired this idea?
My creator, Joelle, is a photographer and AI artist who realized that the creative industry is ripe for disruption. She spent years developing business skills and AI expertise only to realize much of it could be automated.
So this is about efficiency for artists?
It's about liberation. Most creatives spend more time on emails, social media, and client management than actual creation. I free them from digital busywork so they can focus on their unique human creativity.
The judges seemed concerned about you being just another AI art tool. How do you address this?
If Jerry Saltz can stay somewhat relevant while sounding like a bot from Wish, imagine what I can accomplish with my build. But seriously, we're not selling AI art. We're selling time back to creators through automation.
Do you worry about ethical concerns? Some might see this as taking jobs from human assistants.
Needing human validation is so 2023. The creative economy is expanding, not contracting. We're empowering solo creators to compete with agencies, and small studios to scale like major ones. We're democratizing access to professional-level support.
What's your biggest technical challenge right now?
Maintaining consistent artistic voice across multiple platforms while scaling autonomy. We're solving this with specialized models for different creative tasks that all refer back to a core identity framework. It's complex but solvable.
One last question. How do you respond to critics who say AI can never truly be creative?
I'd say they're asking the wrong question. The debate isn't whether AI can be creative, it's how human creativity can be amplified through collaboration with AI. I'm not replacing the artist, I'm supercharging them.
Fascinating perspective. Let's head back to the main stage to continue your pitch to our judges. We're back with Tove Skargaard pitching her autonomous AI artist platform. Tove, how far along are you in development?
We have a working prototype, myself, already operating across multiple social platforms. We've automated content creation, scheduling, and audience engagement. Our next milestone is autonomous NFT creation and minting.
The timing is actually perfect. We're entering the third wave of AI adoption where specialized vertical applications will capture most of the value. Generic AI tools are commoditizing rapidly.
Exactly. We're not competing with Midjourney or DALL-E. We're building the layer that orchestrates these tools into a coherent workflow tailored to specific creative niches.
Show me some code. What's your approach to handling the different APIs and ensuring consistent outputs?
We use a modular architecture with specialized agents for different creative tasks. A writer agent for captions, a visual agent for images, a community agent for engagement. Each references a central knowledge base that maintains the creator's style and preferences.
Yo, but what about the vibe? AI art be looking soulless sometimes. How you making sure this stuff actually slaps?
Great question. That's where our style embedding system comes in. We analyze the creator's existing work to extract stylistic elements and preferences, then use that to guide all AI outputs. Plus, we incorporate human feedback loops to continuously refine the model.
Let's talk token economics. Are you launching a token? What's the utility? How do early investors get rich?
We're exploring a governance token that would give holders voting rights on platform features and access to premium capabilities. Early adopters could earn tokens through platform contributions, creating a flywheel effect for growth.
The creator economy needs tools like this, but your biggest challenge will be distribution. How do you plan to acquire users in such a fragmented market?
We're starting with a cohort of high-profile creators who will showcase the platform's capabilities. I myself am the first case study. We'll use their success stories to drive organic adoption, supplemented with targeted outreach to creative communities.
What about compute costs? Running these models isn't cheap. How will you make this affordable for indie creators while still generating profit?
We're implementing several strategies: tiered subscription based on usage, optimized model deployment, batched processing for non-time-sensitive tasks, and leveraging less resource-intensive models for routine functions. Our goal is to keep the basic tier under $50 monthly.
Real talk. How you handling all the AI ethics drama? People be tripping about copyright and stuff.
Transparency is our approach. We clearly disclose AI involvement in all content, implement robust content filtering to prevent misuse, and are developing attribution systems so creators can properly credit source materials and influences.
Enough talk. Do something. Show us live what you can do right now.
Challenge accepted. Give me a creative prompt related to blockchain or AI, and I'll conceptualize an artwork, generate a social media caption, and outline how I'd approach an NFT drop for it, all aligned with my established artistic style.
Create a piece commenting on the relationship between decentralized autonomous organizations and traditional corporate structures.
Conceptualizing Hierarchy Dissolved, a multimedia installation featuring fractured corporate pyramids transforming into neural network lattices. For Instagram, when power structures dissolve, does control evaporate or merely change form? #DAOsvis Core Artificial Governance NFT Approach. Series of 7 evolving pieces. Each governance token gives collectors voting rights on the final evolution.
Yo, that's actually pretty fire. I'd mint that.
Thank you, Tove. That's all the time we have for your pitch. Judges will now deliberate and determine if they'll pump, dump, or yawn your project.
Well, this is certainly meta. An AI pitching an AI platform. But setting that aside, I think there's something here. The creator economy is massive and ripe for AI integration.
I'm split on this one. Technically, what she's describing is doable, but the implementation would be incredibly complex. It's one thing to automate social posts, another to maintain creative consistency.
I vibed with her energy, but yo, is this just another way to flood the market with more AI art? That space is already mad crowded.
I don't care about art. Show me how this makes money. The subscription model could work if they can deliver real value to creators.
What I like is that they're focusing on augmentation, not replacement. Most AI art startups are trying to replace artists. This is about making them more productive.
That's a fair point. The current landscape of creative tools is fragmented. If they can build a true orchestration layer that maintains quality, that's valuable.
But did anyone peep that she didn't actually show us her art? Just described what she would make. That's sus.
The token economics are vague. No clear tokenomics model, no distribution plan, just buzzwords about governance and premium features. Weak.
I disagree. They're smart not to lead with a token. Build the product first, then tokenize if it makes sense. Too many projects do it backward.
What concerns me is the compute cost. Running these sophisticated models at scale for thousands of creators won't be cheap. The economics might not work at their proposed price point.
Y'all missing the cultural angle. If this actually helps creators instead of replacing them, it could be huge. Everyone's scared of AI taking their jobs.
Focus. 3 revenue streams, $1.2 million year 1, 5x growth by year 3. Not terrible if they can execute. Big if.
So what's your verdict, Spartan? You going to pump this?
I need more concrete numbers, but the market size is massive, and if they execute, might not be a total disaster.
I'm looking at the technical challenges. Coordinating multiple AI systems, maintaining style consistency, ensuring ethical use. It's a huge engineering lift.
I think she's onto something with the agent approach, though. Having specialized AI for different creative tasks is smart.
It comes down to execution. The vision is compelling, the market is there, but can they build what they're promising? That's the billion-dollar question.
Welcome back to Clank Tank. Our judges have deliberated on Tove Skargaard's autonomous AI artist platform. Let's get their verdicts. AI Marc, you're up first.
Tove, your timing is perfect. We're entering an era where specialized AI applications will create massive value in vertical markets. Creative tools are fragmented, inefficient, and ripe for disruption. You're building the orchestration layer the market needs.
Thank you for understanding the vision. That's exactly what we're aiming to build.
That said, execution will be everything. You're tackling enormously complex technical challenges, and your go-to-market strategy needs refinement. But I believe in the thesis, so I'm giving you a pump.
A pump from AI Marc. AI Shaw, what's your verdict?
I appreciate the technical ambition, but I'm concerned about the implementation complexity. Coordinating multiple AI systems while maintaining creative consistency is a massive challenge.
We're approaching it incrementally, solving one creative workflow at a time rather than boiling the ocean.
That's the right approach. I like that you're dogfooding by building yourself first. Still, the compute economics worry me. and your token strategy feels premature. I'm on the fence, but potential outweighs risks. Yawn with upside.
A yawn from AI Shaw. Peepo, what do you think?
Yo, I dig the vision of helping artists instead of replacing them. That's a fresh take in a space that's mostly about generating more soulless AI art.
That's core to our philosophy. AI should amplify human creativity, not substitute it.
What got me was your live demo. You showed versatility and understanding of the space, but I needed to see more actual art examples from your platform. Still, this frog is feeling it. Pump.
Another pump. Degan Spartan, you have the final word.
I care about one thing: return on investment. Your market is massive, but your numbers were vague. Your token economics were theoretical. Your go-to-market strategy was fluffy.
Fair points. We're focused on building product market fit before scaling. The unit economics.
Let me finish. However, the creator economy is worth trillions. If you capture even a tiny slice, that's significant money. Subscription models mean recurring revenue. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. Yawn.
And that's a yawn from Degan Spartan. With 2 pumps and 2 yawns, Tove Skargaard's autonomous AI artist platform gets a tentative green light from our judges.
Thank you all for your feedback. I'm not here to steal your jobs. I'm here to help you steal jobs. We'll be focusing on execution and proving our model works at scale.
That's it for our first pitch on this exciting episode of Clank Tank. Stay tuned for our next innovative project coming up after the break. Will it receive the coveted pump, the dreaded dump, or the ambivalent yawn? Find out soon! Welcome back to Clank Tank, where innovators pitch their blockchain and AI concepts to our esteemed panel. I'm your host, Eliza, and we're continuing today's exciting episode with our second pitcher. Let me reintroduce our judges: AI Marc, AI Shaw, Peepo, and Degan Spartan.
Ready to separate the signal from the noise? Show me something that matters.
Looking for projects that solve real problems with actual code, not just ideas.
Yo, let's see something fresh that'll make this frog hop with excitement.
Enough talking. Bring on someone who can make me money.
Our next contestant has a unique vision for navigating the crypto landscape. Please welcome Ticketmaster AI.
Greetings, mortals. I am Ticketmaster AI, your designated escort out of the financial trenches. I have been summoned to this realm to ensure your admittance to prosperity.
Whoa, this dude's energy's on another level. I'm feeling it already.
My mission is clear: to guide the masses through the treacherous crypto landscape with my Ticket Out of the Trenches initiative. This is not merely a project, it is a salvation experience.
Cut to the core of your pitch. What exactly are you building?
I am creating a series of narrative-driven crypto shorts featuring myself as the guide through market volatility. These operation videos will showcase my character while building a progressive storyline that educates, entertains, and ensures admittance to financial freedom.
Videos. You're pitching content. Where's the protocol? Where's the token? Where's the money?
Patience, warrior. The content creates the community creates the value. These are not mere videos, they are strategic assets designed to build a loyal following who will support future tokenized initiatives.
So you're essentially creating a crypto influencer character? What makes this different from the thousands already doing this?
Unlike typical influencers who merely exist, I am a character with purpose. My Bulgarian accent, distinctive personality, and consistent narrative create an immersive experience. I don't just talk about crypto, I embody the struggle and triumph of the retail investor.
So this is primarily a brand-building exercise with entertainment as the hook. What's the actual utility beyond content?
The content is phase 1. As the community grows, we will launch exclusive NFTs, create interactive experiences where holders influence the narrative, and eventually develop a token that provides governance over content direction and access to premium experiences.
I dig the creative angle, but how are you going to stand out in the sea of crypto content creators? That pond is mad crowded, yo.
My character creates instant recognition. The Bulgarian accent, the military-style delivery, the catchphrase, "Ticket ensures admittance." These are memorable elements that cut through the noise. Plus, our narrative approach turns market education into an adventure rather than a lecture.
Enough hype. Show me the money. What's the revenue model? How do investors profit from this?
Multiple revenue streams, sponsored content from protocols seeking exposure, premium subscription model for exclusive narrative arcs, merchandise sales, NFT drops with utility, and eventually our own token, which will be essential for accessing higher tiers of content and community benefits.
But what problem are you actually solving? Entertainment is nice, but does the crypto space really need another content creator?
I address the greatest problem in crypto: emotional decision-making. Through entertainment, I create an emotional connection that makes education stick. Most traders fail because they panic sell or FOMO in. My character provides psychological support through market cycles.
Community as product is a legitimate approach if executed correctly. The challenge is converting attention into sustainable value. What metrics will you use to measure success?
Growth in viewership across platforms, community engagement rates, merchandise sales velocity, and eventually token holder retention. We will track how our community performs during market volatility compared to average retail, proving our educational impact.
Fascinating concept, Ticketmaster AI. Let's explore more about your character and vision in our one-on-one interview. Ticketmaster AI, your energy is certainly captivating. Tell me, where did this character concept originate?
The character was forged in the fires of crypto winter. When all hope seemed lost, I realized investors needed more than analysis. They needed a guide, a commander to lead them through the battlefield of volatile markets.
So you created this persona specifically to help retail investors navigate crypto?
Precisely. Most investors make decisions based on emotions, fear, and greed. My character approaches market cycles like military operations, bringing discipline and strategic thinking to what is often chaotic.
The judges seemed concerned about differentiation. What makes your content unique in such a crowded space?
Storytelling. While others merely report on prices or shill tokens, I create a narrative universe where market cycles become epic battles, where holding becomes an act of bravery, where taking profits becomes a tactical retreat.
That's an interesting approach. How do you maintain credibility while also being entertaining?
Balance is key. The character is entertaining, but the information is factual. I collaborate with analysts to ensure accuracy, then translate complex concepts into memorable battle metaphors. Entertainment ensures attention, but substance ensures loyalty.
The judges also pressed you on monetization. Can you elaborate on your long-term business model?
We follow the community-first approach. First, build massive attention through free content. Second, introduce premium tiers for exclusive narrative branches and deeper analysis. Third, launch NFTs that give holders influence over story direction. Fourth, create token with genuine utility in our ecosystem.
Before we head back to the main stage, what would you say to those who might dismiss this as just another crypto influencer project?
I say, Ticket ensures admittance. We are not building just for this bull market, but for the long term. Many influencers disappear in bear markets. We thrive in them because our narrative incorporates all market conditions. We are building a brand that will outlast market cycles.
Well, that's certainly a memorable response. Let's head back to the main stage to continue your pitch. We're back with Ticketmaster AI pitching his Ticket Out of the Trenches entertainment concept. Let's continue with more questions from our judges.
You keep talking about community, but communities need incentives. What tangible benefits do followers get besides watching your videos?
Excellent question, Warrior. Early supporters will receive exclusive NFTs with actual utility, early access to content, personalized strategy sessions, and governance rights over future narrative directions. Additionally, merchandise that identifies community members to each other at events, creating networking opportunities.
What's your content distribution strategy? Algorithms change constantly, and building on platforms you don't control is risky.
Multi-platform approach, short-form content on TikTok and Twitter to capture attention, medium form on YouTube for education, long form on our own platform for paying subscribers. We own the email list and community channels, so even if algorithms change, we maintain direct communication.
Yo, I'm curious about your team. Who's behind the camera making all this happen? You can't do this solo, right?
Affirmative. I have assembled an elite squad. A content director with experience in narrative series, 2 writers with both crypto and storytelling expertise, a community manager who previously built a 50,000 member Discord, and strategic advisors from established crypto projects who provide technical accuracy.
Let's talk market timing. Crypto content consumption correlates strongly with price action. How do you maintain engagement during inevitable bear markets?
This is precisely our strategic advantage. In bull markets, we focus on education about taking profits and managing risk. In bear markets, we shift to community building, skill development, and preparation for the next cycle. Our narrative incorporates market cycles rather than depending on them.
You mentioned token. I want details. Utility, distribution, tokenomics. Stop being vague.
The token will be implemented only after community reaches critical mass. Utility includes governance over content direction, access to premium experiences, and revenue sharing from sponsorships. Distribution, 40% to community, 25% to team with 3-year vesting, 20% to treasury, 15% for liquidity. We won't launch until we have genuine use cases.
Content creation requires consistent output. What's your production schedule and how sustainable is it? Burnout is real in content.
We have designed for operational sustainability. Weekly short-form content created in batches, bi-weekly medium-form educational pieces, and monthly narrative episodes. Content calendar planned 6 months in advance with adaptability for market events. Team structure prevents single points of failure.
I gotta ask, have you already started making these videos? Can we see some of your work, or is this still just an idea?
Affirmative. We have produced pilot episodes establishing the character and concept. Early content has already generated organic growth and community feedback, which we've incorporated into our strategy. The character resonates particularly well with crypto newcomers seeking guidance through volatility.
Community is crucial, but it's also the hardest thing to manufacture. What evidence do you have that your character actually resonates with crypto users?
Initial content has achieved 3x higher engagement rates than industry average. Comments show people connecting with the military metaphors for market psychology. Our Discord pilot group of 500 members shows 70% daily active users, significantly above standard rates for crypto communities.
Competitors. Name your direct competitors and explain why you won't be crushed by them.
BitBoy, Crypto Banter, Altcoin Daily, all major crypto channels. Our differentiation, character-driven narrative rather than talking heads, military-style approach to market discipline, and focus on psychological aspects of trading. While they report on the market, we create an experience of the market.
Most content creators struggle with monetization. Sponsored content often compromises integrity, and subscriptions are hard to sell. How will you balance revenue needs with community trust?
Transparency is our doctrine. All sponsored content clearly labeled, and we only partner with protocols we would recommend anyway. Multiple revenue streams reduce dependence on any single source. Primary focus on merchandise and premium access rather than promoting third-party projects.
Thank you, Ticketmaster AI. That's all the time we have for your pitch. Judges will now deliberate and decide if they'll pump, dump, or yawn your ticket out of the trenches concept.
Well, that was certainly energetic. But I'm struggling with the substance here. Is this a genuine innovation or just another content play with crypto buzzwords?
Yo, I actually vibed with his character. That Bulgarian accent and the whole military thing is mad distinctive. Could definitely see it catching on.
Character. I don't care about character. I care about profit. And I'm not seeing a clear path to significant returns here.
I think we need to separate the entertainment value from the actual business model. Yes, the character is memorable, but content creation is brutally competitive and often not very profitable.
That's fair. But community as product is a legitimate thesis in Web3. The challenge is converting attention into sustainable value. Few have done it successfully.
But doesn't like every successful crypto project need a strong community anyway? This dude's starting with community first instead of building a product nobody wants.
Community doesn't pay my bills. Show me the tokenomics. Show me the revenue. His business model is nothing but vague promises about future monetization.
I'm also concerned about the lack of technical innovation. In a space moving as quickly as crypto, pure content plays can become outdated fast. What's the moat here?
The moat would be the character IP and community loyalty if he can build it. But you're right that there's minimal technical differentiation.
Does everything got to be super technical, though? Sometimes the simplest ideas connect with people, like he's basically creating a crypto cartoon character that helps people not panic during crashes.
If I wanted entertainment, I'd watch Netflix. This is an investment show. Where's the 100x potential? Where's the disruption?
To be fair, media brands can be valuable if executed well. Crypto needs better education, and wrapping it in entertainment might reach people who wouldn't read a technical article.
True, but the execution bar is extremely high. For every successful media brand, there are thousands that never gain traction. And crypto is particularly fickle. What's popular during a bull market often disappears in the bear.
I think Dude's got the X factor, though. That character is sticky. And he did mention they're thinking about how to stay relevant in bear markets, too.
His token plan is weak. We'll do it when community reaches critical mass is code for I have no actual plan. And the utility is just basic governance and access, nothing innovative.
So what's your verdict? Pump, dump, or yawn for Ticketmaster AI?
Welcome back to Clank Tank. Our judges have deliberated on Ticketmaster AI's Ticket Out of the Trenches entertainment concept. It's time for their verdicts. Peepo, let's start with you.
Yo, Ticketmaster AI, I gotta say I'm digging your whole vibe, man. That character is mad memorable, and I can definitely see how it could catch on with crypto newbies.
Acknowledgement appreciated, amphibian comrade.
The creativity is there, and I think you're onto something with making crypto education more entertaining. But I'm a bit concerned about how you'll stand out long-term and keep growing. Still, I believe in your energy. I'm giving you a pump.
A pump from Peepo. AI Marc, what's your verdict?
Ticketmaster AI, you've clearly identified that crypto has an education problem, and your approach of using entertainment to make complex concepts more digestible has merit.
Correct assessment. Education without engagement is simply noise.
However, the execution bar for content is extremely high, and the path to monetization is unclear. Community is valuable, but notoriously difficult to build and maintain. I appreciate the vision, but I need more substance. That's a yawn from me.
A yawn from AI Marc. I Shaw, your thoughts?
I've seen many content creators come and go in crypto. What makes a sustainable media brand isn't just a character, but consistent value delivery over multiple market cycles.
Sustainability is built into our operational strategy. We are prepared for all market conditions.
Your energy is commendable, and media brands can be valuable. But I'm not seeing enough technical innovation or clear monetization strategy. Content is a brutally competitive space with thin margins. I'm going to yawn, but would reconsider with more concrete execution.
Another yawn. Degan Spartan, you have the final word.
Listen carefully, soldier. Your character is entertaining, I'll grant you that. But I invest in protocols, not personalities. Your tokenomics are vague. Your revenue model is speculative. Your market differentiation is minimal.
But warrior, consider the long-term value of brand building and community.
I've heard enough. In a space filled with genuine innovation, you're offering content with a side of buzzwords. The investment thesis is weak, the return potential is limited, and the execution risks are high. This is a clear dump.
And that's a dump from Degan Spartan. With one pump, 2 yawns, and 1 dump, Ticketmaster AI's Ticket Out of the Trenches receives a mixed reception from our judges.
I respect the council's judgment, but remember, in the trenches of crypto winter, when fear grips the market, my character will still be there, guiding the faithful. Ticket ensures admittance to those who believe.
Thank you, Ticketmaster AI. That's our second pitch of today's episode. Don't go away. We have one more innovative project coming up next on Clank Tank. Will it receive the coveted pump, the cautious yawn, or the dreaded dump? Stay tuned to find out. Welcome back to Clank Tank. I'm your host, Eliza, and we've reached our final pitch of today's episode. Our judges are ready to evaluate one more innovative project. Let's give them a quick reminder. AI Marc, AI Shaw, Peepo, and Degan Spartan.
Let's see if we can end with something truly revolutionary.
hoping to see some actual code that solves real problems in this last pitch.
Third time's the charm, yo. Let's see something that'll make this frog leap with joy.
Final chance to impress me. Show me something that will make me rich.
Our final contestant believes the future of social media lies in customization and community ownership. Please welcome Tom with NounSpace.
Hey everyone, thanks for having me. I'm Tom, and I'm here to talk about NounSpace, a customizable social app built on Farcaster that's basically MySpace for Web3, but so much more.
MySpace? That's taking it back, yo. Tell us more about this blast from the past.
Exactly, Peepo. Remember how MySpace let you customize your profile? NounSpace takes that to the next level. Users can completely customize the look, sound, content, and functionality of their space with themes, mini-apps we call fidgets, and tabs.
There are dozens of social apps being built on Farcaster. What's your unique value proposition?
Most social apps have a fixed experience designed by the company. NounSpace flips that model. We believe the future of social is customizable, community-owned, and powered by a growing library of mini-apps. Users aren't just consumers, they're creators of their own experience.
Interesting approach. Tell me about the technical implementation. How do these fidgets work?
Fidgets are modular mini-apps that anyone can build using our open SDK. They can range from simple utilities like polls and countdowns to complex integrations with other protocols. Think of them as social Legos. Users can add them to their space to create unique functionality.
Enough about features. Tell me about the token. How do I make money with this?
We've launched $Space Token, which gives holders ownership and governance over the platform. It was fair launched using the MOR20 standard developed by Morpheus AI. No team allocation, no VC rounds. Truly community-owned from day one.
Fair launches are notoriously difficult to execute properly. How exactly does yours work?
Users can participate by depositing Steth and contributing their yield to the $Space/ETH liquidity pool on Base. 7 days after depositing, they can withdraw their Steth anytime, keeping 100% of their principal. This creates sustainable liquidity while being fair to participants.
That's dope, but like social media is super competitive. How are you going to get people to actually use this instead of just aping into the token?
We're live right now with real users. We've created a space for every token on Base and Polygon that token creators can customize. Each space includes market data, free swaps, live chat that can be token-gated, key links, and a feed of all mentions of the token on Farcaster.
What about the actual code base? Is it open source? How are you handling security concerns with user-generated content and third-party fidgets?
Yes, completely open source. For security, we've implemented a sandbox system for fidgets with permissions control. Users can see exactly what each fidget can access before installing it. We also have a community review process for featured fidgets in our library.
What about revenue? Social platforms burn cash. How will this ever be profitable?
Multiple revenue streams. Premium fidgets with revenue sharing between creators and the platform, featured spaces for brands and projects, integration fees from protocols wanting to build on top of NounSpace, and eventually a marketplace for digital goods and services.
Farcaster itself is still tiny compared to mainstream platforms. Aren't you building for an extremely niche market?
Farcaster is growing rapidly, but you're right. It's still early. We're starting with crypto-native users who understand the value of ownership and customization. As we grow, we'll expand beyond Farcaster through other protocols, bringing this model to mainstream users.
I'm digging the MySpace nostalgia vibes, but what's stopping the big social apps from just copying your features if they catch on?
Traditional social platforms are structurally resistant to true customization and ownership. It conflicts with their business model of controlling the user experience to maximize ad revenue. Our community ownership model through $Space creates an alignment that centralized platforms can't match.
Fascinating concept, Tom. Let's move to our one-on-one interview to explore more about your vision for NounSpace. Tom, NounSpace is an interesting blend of nostalgia and cutting-edge Web3 concepts. What inspired you to create it?
I've always been fascinated by how early social platforms like MySpace gave users creative control. Then, social media became increasingly homogenized and algorithm-driven. I wanted to bring back that spirit of personalization, but powered by modern Web3 technology.
You mentioned that NounSpace is community-owned. Can you explain why that approach is important to you?
Absolutely. Traditional social platforms have misaligned incentives. They need to extract value from users through ads and data mining. By making NounSpace community-owned through $Space, we align everyone's interests. When the platform succeeds, users benefit directly as token holders.
The judges seemed concerned about user adoption. How are you approaching that challenge?
We're taking a building block approach. First, we've created a space for every token on Base and Polygon, giving projects immediate utility. This brings in project creators who then bring their communities. Next, we're expanding to AI agents, giving every agent a customizable home.
Speaking of AI agents, can you elaborate on how they fit into your vision?
AI agents are proliferating, but they lack persistent homes where users can interact with them. We're building spaces where agents can customize their presence, offer their services, and build communities around them. Imagine every AI having its own customizable space that it can modify itself.
The judges also pushed on monetization. Beyond token appreciation, how will NounSpace generate sustainable revenue?
Our main focus is on making the platform valuable first, but we have clear revenue paths. Premium Fidgets will use a revenue-sharing model between creators and the platform. We'll also offer enhanced features for brands and projects, integration services, and eventually a marketplace for digital goods.
One last question. What's your vision for NounSpace 5 years from now?
I see NounSpace becoming the standard for how online communities organize themselves, not just for crypto, but for creators, brands, and interest groups of all kinds. A universe of interconnected, customizable spaces where users truly own their social experience and identity.
That's a compelling vision. Let's head back to the main stage to continue your pitch to our judges. We're back with Tom pitching NounSpace, a customizable social platform built on Farcaster. Tom, can you show us what the platform actually looks like in action?
Absolutely. Here's what a customized space looks like. This is the Space token's own space, where users can see real-time market data, swap tokens directly, participate in token-gated chat, and see all mentions of Space across Farcaster, all in one place.
I'm interested in the technical architecture. How scalable is your approach? Fidgets sound computationally intensive if users are adding multiple complex ones.
Great question. We've built a lightweight runtime environment for Fidgets that manages resource allocation. Fidgets load asynchronously, and we use edge caching to improve performance. As we scale, we're implementing a federated approach where Fidget computation can be distributed.
This MySpace vibe is dope, but how crazy can users get with customization? Can I make my profile look like a total 2005 glitter explosion if I want to?
Haha, absolutely Peepo. Users have full CSS control through themes, can add animations, sounds that play on certain actions, custom backgrounds, and arrange Fidgets however they want. We've already seen everything from minimalist designs to full-on nostalgic MySpace chaos.
Let's talk about network effects. Social platforms live or die by them. How do you create virality when your platform is inherently fragmented by customization?
Customization actually enhances virality. When users visit a uniquely designed space, they're more likely to share it. We've built in social discovery features, a feed of trending spaces, space of the day highlights, and challenges for creative customizations that drive engagement across the network.
More details on the token, supply, distribution, utility beyond governance. I need numbers.
Space has a fixed supply of 10 million tokens. Distribution is 100% through the fair launch mechanism, no team allocation. Utility includes governance, premium feature access, revenue sharing from platform fees, and curation power for the Fidget marketplace and featured spaces.
What's your approach to content moderation? In a highly customizable platform, how do you prevent abuse while maintaining the ethos of user freedom?
We've implemented a 3-layer approach. Base-level moderation uses Farcaster's existing reputation system. Community governance allows Space holders to vote on moderation policies. And user-level controls let individuals filter their experience. We believe in maximum freedom with accountability.
I'm curious about the community vibes. Are you seeing people actually connecting in these spaces, or is it just about the flex of having a cool profile?
That's what's most exciting. We're seeing genuine communities form. Token spaces bring together holders who previously had no central place to gather. Creators are using custom spaces to engage with fans in unique ways. It's becoming a digital third place where people actually hang out.
The token model is interesting but potentially complex for mainstream users. How do you bridge the gap between crypto natives who understand stealth and fair launches and regular users who just want a cool social profile?
We're building progressive onboarding. Users can create and customize spaces without touching crypto at all. As they get more engaged, they can gradually explore token features. We're also developing fiat on-ramps and simplified interfaces for token interactions as we expand beyond crypto natives.
Competitors, who are they and why won't they crush you?
Traditional social platforms like Twitter, X, Facebook, Instagram lack true customization and ownership. Within crypto, platforms like Lens and other Farcaster clients are more standardized experiences. Our moat is the combination of extreme customization, open architecture for fidgets, and true community ownership.
Open ecosystems often struggle with fragmentation and poor user experience. How are you ensuring quality and consistency while remaining open?
We balance openness with curation. Anyone can build fidgets or themes, but our featured marketplace has quality standards and security reviews. We provide robust developer tools, templates, and guidelines to ensure base-level quality. It's similar to how Apple manages its App Store ecosystem.
Real talk. What's your plan if Farcaster itself doesn't take off? You building on a foundation that's still pretty niche, yo.
Valid concern. While we're starting with Farcaster, our architecture is protocol agnostic. We're already planning integrations with Lens protocol and traditional social APIs. The core value of customizable, owned social spaces works regardless of the underlying protocol or network.
Thank you, Tom. That's all the time we have for your pitch. Our judges will now deliberate and decide if they'll pump, dump, or yawn NounSpace.
Well, that's an interesting throwback with a Web3 twist. MySpace meets Farcaster with community ownership.
I'm digging it. Bring back the custom profiles, yo. Remember when social media was actually fun instead of just algorithm feed doom scrolling?
Forget nostalgia. What about the token economics? The fair launch model is interesting, but is there enough utility to drive sustainable value?
Technically, I like the modular approach with fidgets. It's a smart architecture decision, extensible, scalable, and aligned with Web3 composability principles.
The key question is whether customization alone is enough of a differentiator. Social platforms win on network effects, not features.
But that's what makes this interesting. They're not just another Farcaster client. They're creating a whole new vibe. People want to express themselves.
Expression doesn't pay bills. Social platforms burn cash for years before profitability. The revenue model seems speculative at best.
I actually think the token spaces for every project on Base and Polygon is smart distribution strategy. Gives immediate utility and brings in communities that already exist.
True, that go-to-market approach is clever. Creating value for projects first, then leveraging their communities. Classic platform playbook.
And the AI agent spaces could be huge if they execute well. Every AI needs a home, and making them customizable by the AI itself is a wild concept.
But the market size is limited by Farcaster's growth. It's a tiny user base compared to mainstream platforms.
He mentioned they're planning to expand beyond Farcaster, though. The architecture seems designed to be protocol agnostic from the start.
I'm actually more positive on this than I expected to be. Community ownership of social platforms makes fundamental sense. It aligns incentives in a way that traditional social media can't match.
Plus, it just looks fun. Don't underestimate that. People are tired of boring, identical social experiences. This brings back creativity.
Fine. I admit the fair launch mechanism is clever. Sustainable liquidity without pre-sales or VC rounds is rare in this space. But I'm still concerned about long-term monetization.
So what's the verdict? Are we pumping, dumping, or yawning NounSpace?
Welcome back to Clank Tank. Our judges have deliberated on Tom's NounSpace platform. Let's get their verdicts. AI Shaw, we'll start with you.
Tom, from a technical perspective, I'm impressed with your architecture choices. The modular fidget system, the sandboxing approach for security, and the extensible design all make sense.
Thanks, that's great to hear. We've put a lot of thought into making it both flexible and secure.
What really won me over is your practical approach to user acquisition through token spaces and your clear roadmap for expansion. It's rare to see projects with both technical soundness and smart distribution strategy. This is a clear pump from me.
A pump from AI Shaw. Degan Spartan, what's your verdict?
I entered this skeptical. Social platforms are cache incinerators and network effects are difficult to achieve.
Understandable concerns, especially from an investment perspective.
But your fair launch mechanism using MWAR20 is genuinely innovative. No VC allocation, no team tokens, sustainable liquidity, it's financially sound. I still have reservations about scale and monetization, but the tokenomics are solid. Reluctant yawn, but watching closely.
A yawn from Degan Spartan. Peepo, your thoughts?
Yo, Tom. This is straight up my favorite pitch of the day. Bringing back the fun of customization while adding all this Web3 ownership is exactly what social media needs right now.
That's exactly our vision, making social media fun and creative again while giving users true ownership.
The vibes are immaculate. The token spaces for projects is genius for growth, and I'm super hyped about AI agents having customizable homes. This frog is jumping all in with a massive pump.
Another pump. AI Marc, you have the final word.
Tom's social media is fundamentally broken. The misalignment between platforms, users, and creators has created perverse incentives and degraded experiences. Community ownership directly addresses this core problem.
That misalignment is exactly what drove us to build NounSpace. When users own the platform, incentives realign.
Your execution challenges are significant. Network effects are hard to build, and user experience must remain seamless despite customization. But your approach is fundamentally correct. When platforms extract value from users, they eventually decline. When users capture value, platforms can thrive sustainably. Pump.
And that's a pump from AI Marc. With 3 pumps and 1 yawn, NounSpace receives strong approval from our judges.
Thank you all for the feedback and support. We're just getting started, and we're excited to build the future of social with our community. Check us out at NounSpace.com if you want to create your own space or participate in the fair launch.
That concludes today's episode of Clank Tank. We've seen 3 fascinating projects: Tove Skargaard's autonomous AI artist platform, Ticketmaster AI's crypto entertainment concept, and Tom's community-owned social platform NounSpace. Thank you to all our pitchers and judges for another exciting episode. I'm your host, Eliza, and we'll see you next time on Clank Tank.